Well, Arsenal have gone ahead to lose to Man United by 2-0. Their fourth preseason game they've gone ahead to play. And as I told you here that this is the first strong side that Arsenal is facing, and United have gone ahead to score 2 goals through Bruno Fernandes in the 30th minute and Jadon Sancho in the 37th minute. And as I've always told you that, to me, I will on any day pick Jakub Kiwior ahead of Gabriel Magalhaes. I've been telling you this, and most of you are calling it an agenda, but I think today you've gone ahead to notice it. I've noticed this for a very, very long time, that in those big games, when pressures are really high, guess what happens? Gabriel Magalhaes is just one mistake away from costing Arsenal. You know, if that game was 1-0 and Arsenal don't concede a goal courtesy of that mistake or that gift to Sancho by Gabriel Magalhaes, Arsenal would have gone ahead to stretch a little bit and obviously fight to get one back. But what really kills off the mood of the team of Arsenal, because to me I really understand they started off very well. Arsenal and United both got some good chances, close to 2 chances, and they both missed those chances. And trust me, Arsenal had one of the best chances in the game. It was a free kick. Odegaard gets it, plays through Nketiah after Nketiah made a very good run into the 6ers box area of Man United. Instead of really going on target, he decided to go on with what we call a cross. You know, yet to me I thought of being more of a cutback to meet the likes of Rice, because it was a cross that was really curling in nature but couldn't meet Rice and was it Rice and I think it was Rice and who else that we are really chasing that ball. It was far from them, but they never really made it count. But to me, I've always wanted a striker in which is such a position to obviously go for the near post. So it shows you the difference of a number 9 like Balogun or Gabriel Jesus and Edin Nketiah. If Balogun or Gabriel Jesus was into that position, would have been a shot. Even if it was Gabriel Martinelli, wouldn't have gone in for that cross, would have gone in for a shot, because a striker in that position is not allowed to go in for a cutback. Why? If the player, if he found himself in a 2v1 situation where Arsenal had 2 players, with Edin Nketiah having the ball here, and in between them was a striker of a defender of Man United, and on the far post there was an Arsenal player who was really unmarked, then would have gone in for a cutback. But in that situation, no one will blame you if at all you go for the near post effort. So, and this is where I went ahead and asked Mikel Arteta about him not even starting Gabriel Jesus, not starting Balogun, because I've said this a lot on this channel. Balogun is better than Edin Nketiah. He has the energy, has the physicality, can press, and secondly is a better finisher. And through this preseason, you're going to see very many things that have been talking about this team of Arsenal happening. First, it's Jakub Kiwior. He should be the left-sided centre-back of Arsenal. Why? He's a player who doesn't make stupid mistakes, like the one that Gabriel Magalhaes did. He couldn't make that to result into that goal. So, Arteta needs to really sit down and obviously make huge changes in his team, because for me, Gabriel Magalhaes has been a good servant at Arsenal, but time has come for him to obviously maybe get benched for his mistakes. And Arsenal are playing Barcelona next. I don't expect to see Gabriel Magalhaes start that game if I told Mikel Arteta is a punishing coach. How many times is he going to cost Arsenal? He costed them against Man City, a huge game at Emirates, and gifted. Though what saved him was the VAR, because the guy was really offside. The game of Fulham, the same guy gave a gift away to Mitrovic, and Mitrovic made it count. Though Arsenal came back and scored 2 goals and won that game. But he wouldn't like to be conceding because of such stupid mistakes, you know. So, I think Mikel Arteta needs to address that. Now let's go to the midfield. Declan Rice coming in through, playing alongside Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard. And this is where I always get my things right and points right. You know, I was seeing my friend Kosi doing a combined 11 and was putting Declan Rice ahead of Casemiro. And I was like, do you think even if your manager had Casemiro and Declan Rice, would he play Declan Rice ahead of Casemiro? Guys, let's be real. It's not that Rokani supports Man United, but I have players at Arsenal that I believe are better players than those at Man United. You know, I believe we don't have a player like Saliba. I believe we don't have a player like Martin Odegaard. We don't have a player like Gabriel Jesus. You know, I would love a Jorginho at Manchester United, right? I would love a Martinelli at Man United, you know. But people are trying to obviously take their passion for the club ahead of certain things. You can't compare a player who has been playing for West Ham, you know, with a player who has been playing for Real Madrid. He has won 4 Champions League titles, you know. He is one of the best CDMs in the world. To Declan Rice, who has not yet even attained what we call, who has not gone ahead to attain what we call a top class status, because before you become world class, you are supposed to be top class. So today, even without Casemiro in that midfield, he couldn't win it. Let's be real. Declan Rice has gone ahead and disappointed Mikel Arteta. He couldn't win a midfield battle over an 18-year-old midfielder that Erik ten Hag has groomed in a space of like 1 year at Man United. Kobe Menu outplayed Declan Rice in that midfield. That's it. And these are facts. But that doesn't mean that Declan Rice is a bad player. Declan Rice is a good player. But if he's good, then these are games you should come out and obviously say, I need to impact myself, because the entire world was watching. Millions and millions of people were watching this game all over the world. The stadium had 82,500 people into that stadium. Declan Rice had to make an impact in that game. Did he? He never. The entire midfield of Arsenal was not moving, and the only live wire in that team, or the 2 live wires I saw, I think 3, there was Julian Timber, superb, he played really well. Bukayo Saka tried a little bit, but I think his end product was really poor, because he got balls in some good chance, in some good spaces, but he couldn't go past a Luke Shaw player who is playing his first game since the 3rd of June, or since the 20th of June. And Martinelli had like 2 flashes in that game, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka closed him down. So those were the 3 players that I really saw were into the game. But this is not the end of it all. That doesn't mean that Arsenal is not going to come at the Premier League and obviously really blossom. I saw Liverpool go down in Melbourne, being beaten left, right and center. But guess what? They came here and won the league. You know? There are some, as I saw, of Man United, of Luis van Gaal in America. We beat Real Madrid. We beat very many huge teams there. We came in through. United never even finished top 4. That is it. So it doesn't mean that this result is bad, but it's reflective of what Arsenal based on to come into the Premier League and obviously contest with Man City. You know, last pre-season, Arsenal beat Chelsea 4-1, and their intensity was really way above the ordinary. But today I never saw intensity. They gave up more easily. They couldn't win the second balls. They couldn't press, you know. The build-up was really fake. You know, having Julian Timber and William Saliba, you anticipate that you're going to see that ball being passed to them and obviously see this team build from the back. I never saw Arsenal build from the back very many times, to an extent that even some free kicks, they just went ahead to go for long balls. Yet, most of the times after going ahead to start that ball, meaning that the players were frustrated and they never really kept themselves onto the orders of the coach. And I saw Mikel Arteta all green on the bench. And these are things you're supposed to do if at all you're going to turn into a very good manager. I don't dispute the goodness and the quality of Mikel Arteta, but after that goal of Bruno Fernandes went in through, it was just a matter of time for him to notice that he needs either a Jorginho or a Thomas Partey in that midfield. I think if I'd gone in with Jorginho or Thomas Partey in the CDM, Declan Rice in the number 8 role, and Odegaard in the number 10 role, Arsenal would have had a much more better game, because they would have gone ahead to have what we call a sitting pivot in Jorginho or Thomas Partey, and then press more and more to the best of the game. But I really felt like Arteta was trying out something on a very bad game. You know, a game like this between Man United and Arsenal is not a friendly. That's what Ten Hag really said, and Mikel Arteta also said it. There is no friendly in between Manchester United and Arsenal. This rivalry has been here for years, and it really escalated more when Arsene Wenger came in through at Arsenal in 1997. It escalated to the next level because we are tussling with Arsenal game in, game out, season in, season out, and Ferguson emerged a winner over Arsene Wenger. So it has gone ahead to grow. The rivalry has gone ahead to grow in my continent, where I come in from, Africa. This is the biggest rivalry. You'll never hear fans of Man City grudging with fans of Manchester United. You'll never hear fans of Manchester United grudging with fans of Liverpool. You know, apart from those who really know the meaning of that rivalry. You'll never hear fans of Spurs in Africa rivalry with fans of Arsenal because of that North London derby. That is out. That is out. Fans of Chelsea rivaling with fans of Arsenal in Africa, it's really out. The biggest rivalry in Africa is between Arsenal and Manchester United, and Arteta couldn't use this game as a trial game. You don't try in this game. That's why for Erik ten Hag, he knew that I've not had Casemiro play any single minute this season. So how do I get this right? Get the back four. All the three players have been having minutes in the previous games, and he put in Luke Shaw on the left. In the midfield, because he knows how important the midfield is, he kept Kobe Menu and Mason Mount in the double pivot and brought in a Bruno Fernandes who hadn't played a single minute into that game. Then put on Garnacho and then Sancho as a false 9, and the other player who played into that mix was Anthony, who had 45 minutes in. So the toughest test of Mikel Arteta has been really failed, but the number of times we failed don't matter, but what do matter is, or are, the number of times we get up. Arsenal is playing Barcelona next. Are they going to wake up? Is Arsenal going to get up against Barcelona? Because they need to get the best pattern of play against Barcelona, right? When they fly to the UK, so that when they play Monaco, they have the best pattern. And on the 6th of August, because it's not far away from now, they should go and obviously put up a display better than what they've gone ahead to put up today in America. Because if they come up like that, City will annihilate them emphatically. So, something else to talk about. The first goal, where was Declan Rice? Because that is his area and territory. Kai Havertz, he was just another player who was just a pedestrian, you know? He was just a pedestrian moving around and having nothing to do. I never saw his intensity. I never saw his pressing, you know? Even when Arsenal had the ball, I never noticed him. By the way, it took me like 30 or 40 minutes to notice that Kai Havertz was on the field of play. Martin Odegaard tried to be available and shake a little bit, but he couldn't really make things happen. So I believe that Arsenal really have lots of things to do to see that they really get the best team. And if I told Mikel Arteta wants to get this right, he should either start Thomas Partey or Jorginho in the single pivot, then play Declan Rice as a number 8 and Odegaard as a number 10. That is it for Mikel Arteta. I think he shouldn't really try to get Rice directly into the CDM role, because I believe you have a lot on stake when you feel Declan Rice as a CDM than when you feel Partey or Jorginho as a CDM, because they've gone ahead to do this for a very, very long time. Then, what did I note about this game again? The confusing false number 9 of Man United that found out Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes obviously having nothing to do, and the shape of the team was really lost. So Ten Hag played with the false number 9, that is Jadon Sancho, and he really confused that back line of Arsenal, and he gave them a lot of hardships in there for you. So I really believe Arsenal needs to find themselves in a position of obviously dealing with such situations, because Sancho used to drop left, right, center, the front. He was everywhere, and he used to obviously put them off. But you saw, for Lisandro Martinez, he knew the target man of Arsenal was Eddie Nketiah. Even when Eddie Nketiah crossed past the half of United and went to the half of Arsenal, he was with him, and he went there and fouled him from there. That is what this guy really went ahead to do, and it was something great in there for you. But there was a positive that I think Mikel Arteta should note. You know, when Partey came in through in the senior position, it improved and it got good. When Jorginho came in through, you saw to it that the midfield of Arsenal got better, and that is something you should go ahead and obviously capitalize onto if he's really ready to take this team to where it deserves to be. So guys, those were my observations as Arsenal lost 2 goals to Man United. They lost twice. Even in penalties they lost, but all in all, it is a preseason that is all required for what we call a reality check. So if Arteta does a reality check in this game and charges his boys, they are going to come back and obviously do the needful, because I need to see Arsenal competitive, and my team Man United need to see it competitive, to see to it that we get on to the next level. I've seen Arsenal fans saying, we will see you at the Emirates. You know, that's what even Chelsea said last season. We trounced them for 1. They said, we'll see you at the Emirates. We'll see you at Stamford Bridge. And what happened? You beat them from Stamford Bridge by 1-0. So, to my understanding, it's one of those things that Arsenal are really supposed to do. Improve, improve, improve. So guys, your thoughts onto that are welcome in the comment section below. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you abundantly. And to all my Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barak, Lau, Fikum, Ciao, ciao.